Welcome to today's Litmus Partner Spotlight. I'm Jess Materna. I'm the Senior Director of Product and Partner Marketing at Litmus. Today we have Jesse Cunningham from HubSpot joining us. Jesse, we're so excited to have you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. Quick background on myself. I'm an app partner manager here at HubSpot, been part of the ecosystem for about 3 years about 7 years. And for about 3 years in this role, working with majority of our app marketplace partners.
Awesome. That sounds really interesting. You probably work with a lot of great companies, so we really appreciate you joining us today. Could you maybe start by sharing a little bit more about HubSpot? How do you differ from other email service providers or marketing automation platforms?
Yeah, so that's one of my favorite questions. There's a few different things that we look at HubSpot that separates it apart from some other solutions that fall in a very similar category. One of them is being the not an all-in-one, but an all-on-one. Taking that integrated CRM platform approach where you connect your marketing, sales, service teams, and have over 1,800 different integrations you could plug into HubSpot to truly extend the platform and bring every other tool you're using together for this better together story. Also, the inbound marketing focus, offering tools like SEO, blogs, website pages, social media to create this fully encompassing go to market approach and kind of telling all those different pieces of the customer story. Also, the user friendly interface. HubSpot prides itself on being easy to use and fast to adopt. So, one of that's kind of building that intuitive user experience, which you don't have to have robust technical expertise to really thrive using something like HubSpot. Also, the comprehensive features. I touched a little bit on it a minute ago, but the Marketing Hub has email marketing, automation, A/B testing, SEO analytics, and campaign tracking. Pretty robust marketing suite, but I won't even go into all the details of the Sales Hub, Service Hub, CMS Hub, operations. But again, the comprehensive feature set that tells you the full customer journey, no matter which type of team they're working with, where the marketing, sales, service, or very early on in the lead gen. The scalability and customization is another big value out of HubSpot. Again, the different tools that we offer and the app marketplace. I kind of want to emphasize on that. 1,800 integrations. So, no matter which tools you're using, more times than not, you're going to find it integrates well with HubSpot. And not just integrating, but we strive to have robust integrations in our marketplace that truly help you unlock more with the tools you're bringing into your tech stack. Advanced automation and personalization as well, workflow automation and robust personalization based off of all the data, again, all the data that you have in the CRM about your customer. Education and support is one of the biggest things about HubSpot. HubSpot Academy has just a robust set of information for really anything you need around the HubSpot tool. There's likely a video about it, many examples of how to leverage it, and stories of how others have been using it. So in terms of making it really easy to use the tool and getting yourself to an expert level quickly and easily, HubSpot prides itself on doing that really well with the Academy.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Based on my conversations I've had with users of both Litmus and HubSpot, they love the user-friendly nature, the all-in-one or all I think you said all-on-one. I love that phrasing. Nature of HubSpot and the fact that you have everything you need there and anything that you want to integrate because marketers do use, I forget the exact stat, but there's a stat that like most marketers use on average. I actually think it came from HubSpot 12 plus different marketing technologies every single day. So it's not easy if you have to continually keep switching between tools. If they don't speak to one another, it becomes more of a burden. So I have heard that marketers love HubSpot and using HubSpot and Litmus in part because of the integrations that we have and the integrations you have across the board. So that is awesome. I definitely can see the value of HubSpot. And now, why don't we jump into a quick demo of how Litmus and HubSpot work together? Just a couple of the ways that we integrate together. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. So let's start off in HubSpot. Here I have an email that I've built in HubSpot. Let's pretend this email is ready to go. I have built it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit preview and then go to inbox preview. And I've actually already run this test once. But what this does is this opens the ability to test your email right within HubSpot with all of these different email clients made available via Litmus for email testing. So here I've selected 6 email clients. You could select as many as you want. We have clients for dark mode, Android, Chrome, Edge, all the different ways that your customers could be experiencing your email. And overall, there's more than 300,000 different ways that any given customer could experience your email depending on whether they're using a certain email client or device or dark mode or not dark mode. So we really recommend that for thorough testing, you select as many clients as your audience typically uses, or as many clients as possible, just to be super thorough. When you run your test, you'll have email clients that you've selected pop up here. You can see how your email will look in the different email clients and devices, and you could even flip on for the clients that support it. Flip on image blocking to see what do you have for your images. Do you have the proper alt text? Here I can see I might want to go back and adjust my alt text. So it's a really great way to make sure that your emails are not only exactly what you expect them to be from a visual perspective, but also producing the best possible experience for your customers in terms of accessibility. Again, that image blocking piece is really big for accessibility. So that is, again, powered by Litmus, all right within HubSpot within a couple different clicks, but no time at all. You could test your email. You can also flip through the email clients here so you can, again, get a sense for how your email is going to render across the board, especially in clients like Outlook, which we all know can sometimes be a little bit troubling when it comes to making sure your email looks as you expect it. Now let's shift gears a little bit and take a look at how within Litmus we integrate with HubSpot and go to our email builder. So I have this email that I have built in Litmus. So if you prefer to build there, you can certainly do that. And I want to sync this email to my ESP. ESP sync is a really neat feature. What it's going to allow you to do is sync your email directly from Litmus to HubSpot so that anytime you make a change building your email in Litmus, it automatically updates in HubSpot. So if you update copy, images, anything, every time you save, again, everything's already up to date in HubSpot. No manual copying and pasting, no switching between tools. It's just ready to go. Another benefit is that it keeps all stakeholders in the loop. So if you have stakeholders that are just in HubSpot but not in Litmus, they're always going to see the most up-to-date version of your email. Here I am now in Litmus, and I have my email. Ideally, you would sync before you build your email so it stays up to date as you go, but I've already built this one. So I'm going to hit Sync to ESP. I'm going to click on HubSpot. You can choose your folder as well, and I'll hit Sync. And then I'll hit Open in ESP. And here's my email that I just synced. But I look at it and I say, you know what? I'm not crazy about this paragraph of text here. So I'll go back to Litmus. I'm going to go into our visual editor real quick. And then I'm going to go down and find that paragraph that I wasn't entirely crazy about. So I'm going to say, write me an enthusiastic, let's add a little pep to this version. And that looks great. So I'm going to add that in. So now I've got my new version. I'm going to hit save. So it's been saved. And then I'm going to go back to the sync to ESP area and click open in ESP again. And now you can see that this paragraph, it's been updated automatically. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was save in Litmus and it's ready to go. So now that we've gone over how we integrate with HubSpot, what benefits can customers expect to see from using HubSpot and Litmus together?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to talk about with partners is like what really is the better together story. And right here, just as we saw in the demo, some of the big value adds is the enhanced email quality assurance, that pre-send testing, seeing how it looks in all the different devices, browsers, email clients, screen sizes. You really do get to see how your email looks in every way, shape, or form. So in terms of quality assurance, it's a huge add there. And the error detection. When you get the broken links, missing images, you could catch that early on to make sure you're creating that strong brand reputation. Then also on the better email deliverability. If you're doing that, email marketing, you want to make sure that your a greatly intentioned email is not falling into spam. And you can get the spam test here to prevent that from happening and protect your email deliverability reputation and the domain authentication checks just to make sure that your emails are going to be getting there, even with the security filters put on. And the improved design workflow is a big one. As you see how seamlessly those two integrate together and how you could pass that, building a great email inside of Litmus, then passing it over to HubSpot to execute sending that email. And the data-driven insights, just the comprehensive email analytics that come along with using the two tools together. So you get that email analytics within Litmus, but then you also get that within HubSpot. Your opens, your clicks, usage rate, geolocation and demographic data, if you're collecting that. So you just get a better understanding of how your emails, are actually working and how's it, getting to your customer or to your lead or your prospect. Another one is that just the seamless integration, kind of doubling down on that. The effortless syncing, we saw that was a pretty lightweight process, pretty easy to get the two tools to work together and to really get that 1 + 1 = 3. And not to mention the boosted ROI from email marketing. So when you have the better email that delivers on time and gets to all your clients, your browsers, and you truly creates that experience you're trying to create with your email being sent, making sure that's tested and is optimized as well as possible is going to lead to those higher conversion rates and the time efficiency that you're not going to have to spend so much time trying to click every single thing, test every little bit, and make sure it looks right in all the different browsers. Litmus just makes that so much easier within HubSpot. And the scalability for growing teams is a huge one as well. When you can cross collaborate with different teams and you can edit on the different platforms of someone's previewing this and makes a bit of a change, especially when you've got that review process when executing the campaigns, it just really helps the growing teams collaborate a little bit better. I'd say those are the things that stand out to me the most.
Yeah. Well, you pretty much covered all the bases, and I totally agree with all those things. Those are all absolutely benefits of combining the all-in-one or all-on-one power or nature of HubSpot with Litmus. And they're all very important because, as you know, every email a marketer sends, it's really an interaction with their brand, right? It's a brand experience. And one study out there found that I think it was 86% of consumers say they'd leave a brand they love after just a couple of poor experiences with that brand. So knowing that, knowing how I said earlier that there's more than 300,000 different ways that your email could display, all of these integrations between HubSpot and Litmus, and just having the two solutions together, all the reasons, all the benefits you just listed off, they're all super important to making sure that not only are you protecting your email quality and your deliverability and boosting ROI, but really you're at the end of the day getting that peace of mind that you're protecting your customer journey. And that I think is at the end of the day what we're all trying to do is facilitate successful customer journeys. Um,
100%.
yeah, absolutely. And customers using Litmus alongside their ESP like HubSpot see real results. On average, they have told us that they see 97% or higher email accuracy rate. They spend 50% less time on average on their email workflow, so they're working faster but smarter. They see 30% more email ROI by layering Litmus on top of their ESP. And they've also reported significant increases in click-through and conversion rates, and just along with higher email-driven revenue as well. So pretty powerful having Litmus on top of HubSpot. You really will have everything you need all in one place. All right. So is there anything else, Jesse, that you'd like to share about the value that you've seen from our partnership?
Yeah. So kind of coming back to the what I was mentioning earlier of we see so many customers getting a ton of value out of using the two tools together, especially that email editing preview within HubSpot. We see it's a pretty widely used feature by many of our customers. And by the usage data that we have, we do see that it's getting used pretty highly, at pretty high rates on a month over month basis. So speaking to looking at the data and saying, what does that tell us in terms of customer value? It's giving us a lot of green lights saying that this is clearly providing a ton of customer value and it really does help make HubSpot better and make Litmus better.
Absolutely. We heard the same from our customers that we use or that we have talked to that use both HubSpot and Litmus. So I'm glad we're hearing the same things on both sides. Are there any new HubSpot features or future plans that you'd like to share?
Yeah, this is where I also get really excited talking about of, we're great now, but what does the future look like and how do we get even better? And there's a lot coming down is what we can say. HubSpot's working on a lot of new extensibility of just building way deeper integrations and creating a even better customer experience. We just launched our new UIE, user interface extensibility features, which really helps, create a much deeper, much robust integration with HubSpot that truly feels native within the platform. So while that's not part of our current integration with Litmus today, we are actively exploring how do we make it deeper integration? How do we create more customer value more value for our shared customers? And how do we just continue to get that 1 + 1 = 3? Or how do we even get that to a 1 + 1 = 5? So we don't have those nailed down yet, but we're in active conversations exploring that. So I'm very optimistic and excited about what that proves to show in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I am also excited about the future. I know there's a ton of great things you can do today with HubSpot and Litmus. But again, the future is unlimited. It sounds like you have some great things in the works, and I'm super excited to see where they go. So with that, I just want to thank you so much for joining me on our Litmus Partner Spotlight. I really enjoyed learning more about HubSpot, hearing about how marketers can really get the best results from their email marketing with HubSpot and with Litmus together. And I just appreciate your time today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure working with Litmus, and I'm excited about the value we create for our shared customers. So I appreciate you having me on today and letting me be here with you.